Hello Leo, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they are feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Some of you may have been in a relationship with this person. Could be currently, could have been in the past. Others of you may be in a situationship with this individual. And for a small portion of you, this may be very energetic in nature. There may have been exchanges of glances, but no one's really spoken up. For those of you who are new to my channel, I do channel through my higher intuitive self. I don't channel through any spirit guides. I never have. I have specific reasons why I don't. At the end of this reading, I do channel archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice. A lot is going on. Frustration. This person is quite frustrated. Here, we have wisdom, followed by awakening, power, crossroads, sensuality, energy, laughter, anger and rage, synthesis, and then we have change under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to be expressing what your person of interest, what their feelings are, and their emotions towards you. If some of you don't know who this person is, this literally could be somebody from your past who is thinking about you so much that their energy is coming through. All right. My dear Leo, you don't see it and you don't know it, but I have changed. Certain things about me are no longer the same. I have learned from the lesson, from my mistakes, and I don't want to go back. I don't want to be that same person that I used to be back then. Knowing what I know now, I can only move forward in this connection. And certain things in my life have made me feel this. I've realized that I've had this awakening moment, this realization. I'm starting to see things from your perspective, which I never did before. I'm putting myself into your shoes, trying to see through your lens. I didn't do that before. But now, moving forward, it is important that I do that. Because only then can there be peace and harmony in this connection. I also feel that in this connection you are someone who is extremely tempting, very seductive, and you don't even have to try. You do have power over me. You don't even know it. You make me emotionally vulnerable and weak in the knees. And for this reason, I feel powerless. Right now, I am at a crossroads. We've been through a lot. I've put you through a lot, and I get frustrated for what I did. I get angry and upset at myself, in fact. But I want to make a choice. I need to take a stand and make a decision. The decision I want to make is all regarding you. I only wish that I could take action soon. In you, I have found someone who is so sensual. You have this talent, this charisma, your personality, your charm. It's just so alluring and so tantalizing. Your beauty, your scent, everything about you, the way you walk. I do admire this. And I do want to be with you intimately. It's hard for me not to think of you in this way. A part of me is starting to realize that there is a spiritual bond that you and I share. The spiritual bond that exists. It's so loud energetically that my chakra centers come to life. They start spinning faster. And I feel you and I do have a bond, a spiritual bond, where I can feel you and you can feel me, even if we are not close together physically. I want to be a friend, and I miss this friendship that I have with you. I'm afraid that I'm going to lose that friendship because you're the only one that makes me happy. You know what makes me laugh. You know what makes me tick. You are that ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days, darkest of days. You bring that light into my life, and you guide me home. And yes, I am angry. I'm annoyed, I'm irritated because of what has happened, because of the way things are right now. I don't want things to be this way. I also feel that in this connection, there's this desire that I have to create peace and harmony. A long time ago there was peace and harmony, but now there is none. I want to make a change. And certain things I have hid. I never really talked to you about. I never really opened up. I feel it's time for me to start opening up, to start talking about what it is that I've been hiding all this time. Feelings and emotions that I have deep down inside. Certain things that I should have shared, but I never did. Hiding and acting as though I am emotionally detached. A long time ago there was peace and harmony. Going forward, I want there to be peace and harmony. I want to make a change. A change needs to occur because I don't want to be like this, in this state of anger, being annoyed all the time and irritated. Because below the surface, I know there's a lot going on. This change that I want, it has to be swift. It has to be quick. Because if I take things slow, it's never going to happen. Right now, all I want is for you to see and for you to realize that I am not the same person that I used to be. The impression that you have of me is from back then. Yes, I am someone different now. My aim is to change things. I really do want to change things. But I need an opportunity. I need to take that chance to make a change. All right. Leo. Interesting. Your story. For some of you, you've just started this connection. For others of you, it's a continuation of whatever is going on in your lives. But what I see here is you have dealt with this person a lot and you know them very well. One of the issues that they're facing is that they want to show you that I'm no longer the same person that you remember, Leo. I am someone new. I am someone refreshed, renewed, somebody who's completely different. And the fact that they have done that they have put in the effort to do that, by you not seeing that or by them not being able to show you, it's making them really frustrated. And this is why they want that change. You have the change card. All right. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. Here in this deck, I look into any particular reason why. There could be many reasons. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this one really wanted to come out. Okay. So we have here Magician, or rather Magic. This is the Magician card. And we also have the Four of Arrows. Oh, yikes. All right. So this particular spread, I look into the reason why things went downhill in the first place. So in the beginning, things may have been working great. You guys were maybe talking or the energy was wonderful. And then things started to go downhill and the sweet connection started to turn sour. This is for those of you that have had literally a lack of closure, for those of you that have been ghosted, for those of you that may feel less frequency in terms of them messaging you. For example, maybe it's just once a month now. Maybe once every 2 or 3 months they just message you. So that, breadcrumbing, right? You don't want that. All right, so it's important to note here, we do have one major arcana. That's Magic. Let's have a look at this first. And this particular deck I do read in the reverse, Leo. Traditionally, this talks about self-empowerment, mastery, actualization, and growth. Here, this card here talks about blocked power, feeling under the spell of another, manipulating or using others, a need to control the situation from behind the scenes, secrecy, trickster behavior, which creates distrust. There's so much going on here. This individual had trust issues, and a part of them was not trusting you back in the day when you guys were maybe talking or together or whatever. There was some trust issues that this person had too. But because they had this and they were feeling this is what the whole relationship is about, they also started behaving in this way. They blocked any type of power that you had. They also started to feel under the spell of you. Actually, they did feel that. Remember, you had the power card, right? Feeling powerless. This person was very much seduced in so many ways. It was literally, some people can be in love and they do feel like they're under the spell of the other person because the other person has so much control over them, right? And then some people are nasty and they take advantage of that and they manipulate the other. So that's just bad karma. And here we have the word here, manipulating or using others. The manipulation here, this person was manipulating and using others. So your person of interest could have been manipulating and using you, and maybe even the people around you. Here, they needed to have this feeling of controlling a situation from behind the scenes. They didn't want you to know that they were the puppet master. Here we have secrecy. So there was a sense of secrets here and trickster behavior. This created a lot of distrust. They may have behaved in a certain way that created distrust. And because of that, you reacted. But when you reacted, you may have behaved in a certain way that also made them feel, once again, distrust. So it's honestly, it's like a layered situation here, one layer on top of the other. It's, instead of being proactive, there was a sense of reactive behavior that was not good. It was not positive. Here we also have the 4 of arrows. This is going to explain a lot as well. The 4 of arrows here, it talks about healing, introspection, and isolation. Back then, this person needed time to heal and rest. Peace after emotional disappointment, and having detachments from the everyday world to regain balance. Currently, and when this situation went downhill, this person had started to enforce themselves into isolation, loneliness. They did this because they needed a more detached view of problems. So they were trying to heal, but there was a sense of introspection, isolation. They didn't want to deal with anybody, not talk to anybody. And this potentially became a problem because they were not communicating. Healing just talks about closing the door. It's talking about being lonely. It's talking about being detached from the world so that they can basically focus on what they're worried about. And here they were trying to heal. So it's almost like you guys know who you are, okay, Leo? Not everybody is karmically good. Sometimes we manipulate others for some reasons. I personally don't. I don't believe in that. I don't like it. But there are some people out there that do that. Now, a small portion of you, even in the slightest of ways, you may have manipulated, but with the intentions that things are going to be better. It happens. There's various reasons why people manipulate. Sometimes it's for really bad reasons, and sometimes it's for the greater good. It does happen. Now, this person, at the end of the day, somehow felt that you were manipulating them. This is something that either some of you may know, or maybe this person never showed you or told you. They may never have expressed this to you. And that's half the problem right there, because there's a lack of communication. Because they had this feeling, this also means they wouldn't have communicated. There was a lack of trust, a lack of faith, a lack of communication. It just calls for a really bad, oh my God, situation. I mean, it broke down. The connection broke down. In my mind's eye, I'm seeing a building. And when you have dynamites under the building crumbles down when they're about to reconstruct a new building. But what I'm seeing here is at the very foundation of this relationship, it crumbled. The foundation crumbled because the foundation wasn't strong enough. If the foundation is strong in a relationship, then a relationship can move on and move forward, and people can go through a lot and get through a lot if there's communication. But here, there was a lack of that, and there was a sense of manipulation. They were suspicious of your behavior. This person is suspicious of everybody. It's because somebody hurt them. Hurt people, right? This person has been through something, and they just assumed that you are similar to the other people out there. Even if you weren't, you may have absolutely been innocent, very supportive, very loving. You may have been that as well. But this person, sometimes even if you say it's too much of a good thing, right? You're always suspicious. This can't be real. This can't be happening. It's too good to be true. And we're always in doubt. We're always suspicious. This is something similar that this person went through. And they just didn't believe it because they have not been through a good and happy relationship. And when they realized that there may be some type of manipulation or they were manipulating you and they were having this trickster behavior and they were keeping secrets from you, they decided to heal and just take a step back, and that's it. They wanted to self-reflect, self-isolation, contemplation, and just heal from the situation. What I'm seeing here, the majority of the issue, it's not you, it's them. They have a bit of a problem here when it comes to trust issues. They have trust issues. And this is not just going to be affecting you. Let's say if this person finds somebody else in their life and they want to pursue someone else, they are going to have the exact same problem over there too. That is for sure. It is not going to be an easy situation. It's not going to be an easy transition because this person, they're wired like this. Interesting. We have here also, okay dokie, the 8 of Cups. I do just pick the top card. I always have. That's the way I read. All right. Very nice. We have here the 8 of Cups followed by the Sun card. We have Ace of Pentacles. Yep. Okay. A Sun and Ace. Followed by the 3 of Pentacles. And you also have an extra card that just popped up here. So this spread I look into what kind of actions, intentions, or plans this person has towards you. Now, the majority of these cards are really good. There's just a little bit of struggle here, though. This person has, at this point in time, felt like they've had enough. They don't want to be in this energy anymore. They want to move forward from the way things are. They want peace and harmony, a better future, easy road ahead. They don't want struggle anymore. With this card, they are moving forward. And what are they moving forward towards? To sunshine, happy days, growth, prosperity, freedom, harmony, partnership. They really do want to be in a happy place with you because this is something that they've realized now. This is true love, unconditional love. And they are going to make an offer, Leo. I do see that here with the Ace of Pentacles. You also have below here the Page of Wands. So there's definitely an offer coming through here for you. This person is going to be offering you something that's very tangible. Now, tangible in the sense that you literally, there may be an offer where, okay, let's start something together. Let's move in together. But it's something materialistic as well as tangible. This is something that this individual is going to offer you, but also with the excuse of having you in their life in a romantic way. Here we also have the Three of Pentacles. For those of you who may have been working with this person in the past or maybe currently, this card for me does indicate that they are falling in love with you. This could also be somebody who knows you indirectly through somebody else, through an association, through some type of an organization. Either way, it's still somebody falling in love with someone gradually. If it's none of those, then this card also, for me, indicates that this person wants to manifest something with you. They want to construct something with you. They want partnership with you. So they want you in their company while they are moving forward and building that relationship and that rapport with you. Here, this is not a king. It's not a knight even. This is a page of wands. So when it comes to approaching you, they're going to approach you very much like a page. They're very shy, very timid, they feel very small. They don't have a lot of confidence. They don't really have a lot of self-esteem in the sense. They are very cautious the way they're going to be reaching out to you. The message may be something very small. Literally could be like, hey. But do understand that even if they write hey, and I know that's annoying, it still comes with the intention that this individual wants to move forward in this connection with you. We also have here the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands talks about how in this connection, this individual knows that things are not going to get easier for them. So they want to break down and take away some of the responsibilities, the tasks that are burdening them. Maybe they're going to give some of this burden to somebody else. Somebody else take the responsibility. Maybe share the load. Maybe something is no longer important in their life and they just thought, okay, you know what, I'm going to close that chapter. But these are certain things that overwhelm this individual and they know that it's going to become too overwhelming, and before that happens, they want to get rid of a few things. Clean house, right? That's what this individual is doing right now. This is the overall arching theme. So even before they reach out to you, Leo, they're trying to fix whatever it is that's holding them back from reaching out to you and being with you the way that they would like to. So yes, there are certain things that are holding them back. And once that is settled, that is when they're going to be able to come to you and to reach out to you. But in the meantime, they have a lot of things to settle. Some boundaries need to come up, some boundaries need to come down. Some responsibilities need to be shared. Some need to be allocated to somebody else. So that this person's not so overwhelmed. Because they see it coming. They will be too overwhelmed. You have here literally 1, 2, 3, because I do see that. Even 4, I would say. There's action here, a lot of action being taken. So this person definitely, Leo, is going to reach out to you, which is amazing. That's good. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. Here I have Archangel Answer cards. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel. flying right out there. I have to say, I know it takes time, but it's terrible. You got a year from now. I know. I don't like it either when I see that because I just want things to be done, right? Just like you guys, but patience is a virtue and things take time. Here we have helpful people. So they are saying here, you are going to be conversing and talking to certain people. The way I'm looking at this reading right now is slightly different. I'm actually looking at it like this and like this. So I'm seeing more of a shape where I read it like this. It's going to be slightly different. Well, not the interpretation, but just the order is going to be slightly different. Here, there's going to be helpful people that are going to come into your life. It is important for you to express yourself to at least 2 or 3 people who you can trust, people you can talk to and get some ideas from, get some reassurance even, and support that you need because improving health, your health has been affected because of this connection. I have to say this card has really popped up a lot. In this particular upload, a lot of people are having issues when it comes to, it could be their health, their mental health. This, of course, I talk about your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. All of them make up who you are. You have to take care of each of the 4. Okay, it's not just the one. But here, there are going to be helpful people, and I recommend that you do talk to somebody about your issues. Within the next few months, you are going to find a lot of people who are going to be helpful in various ways. You don't always have to ask somebody or tell somebody what your problem is. You can just tell them a slight issue in the sense that, hey, do you know a place where they have free therapy, for example, right? The person may not even ask you, oh, do you need it for yourself, right? They just say, oh yeah, I know this place. It's down there, this one, or maybe this doctor, right? It's certain things like that. You can always, just use it as an example that, oh, I know this friend, blah, 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 yet it's you. Who cares if the other person even suspects if it's you? Doesn't matter. As long as you get to vent. This is about venting. This is about letting go of that energy, transferring that energy into something else. That's what it is. Within the next few months, this is going to take place, which is really good. This is going to occur in perfect timing. They are telling you don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing. It's very important too. And there will be a compromise. However, this compromise and the abundance that you're going to receive, it's going to take time. A year from now at the very least. It could be literally 4 or 5 months. It could be. But it's from a year from now. Now, some of you might have seen this last year, maybe same time, and you're probably not happy to see that again. This deck only goes up to a year from now. It doesn't say 5 years from now or 3 years from now. So for me, when I see this, yes, sometimes if your plan in your life is 3 years or 5 years, unfortunately, this will come up every single year. That's the way it is with this card. For me personally, yes. That's happened as well. And I use myself as an example because some people get really upset and they're like, why do you use yourself as an example? Because I'm a human being and I've been there too. I'm just like you. I'm not just a reader, I don't just read cards. I actually feel the cards, right? It's a part of who I am. So that's why I express myself and I tell you guys that, yeah, I've seen it too. I've been there too. Where every single year it came up for 4 or 5 years. I was like, oh my God, when is this going to stop? It finally did, but it took 5 years. For my twin flame to finally connect. At the very least, say hi, right? So these things do take time. And depending on the person's situation, remember, your person has a lot of trust issues, right? And they want to be in a little bit of a hermit mode for a while with that 8 of Cups. They want to move on and explore what their spirituality is like, explore and become more wise. But you did have the Wisdom card. So it is good that there's going to be changes. However, if you really want these changes to be solid, Leo, you need to let this person go for a while and let them retreat, do that healing that they need which is very similar to the wisdom card too. Once they are healed, they will be wiser and they will have the strength to reach out to you. In any case, compromise here is needed. The compromise is two people doing two certain things, but you need to come to an equal give and take. So you just adjust a little bit and they adjust a little bit. You meet in the middle, they meet in the middle, and then there you go. But if one person is the only one compromising and the other is not, you, for example, you're bending over backwards to accommodate this person, what is the use of that type of a connection? You have to think about that too. Eventually, Leo, I do see that because of the distance that you're going to have or that you're still having, it's important for you to focus on yourself for now, because your person of interest needs to focus on themselves. They have a little bit of like unresolved issues. They need to sort things out. And they are doing that, even with the 9 of Wands. The responsibilities and burdens, it could also be issues that they have with themselves. That maybe I need to go talk to somebody about my issues. Maybe I need to resolve this problem with a family member because it's been a grudge my entire life and it really bothers me. So many little things that can bother people. So give this person their time, their space. You focus on yourself as well. Health is wealth. Health is happiness. You need to do that because that is what has showed up literally in your cards here. I do see good things coming because you do have abundance coming. And that is going to be within the year. When it talks about compromise, this does mean two people coming together and being able to start a relationship because both people have finally accommodated each other. That's what's needed here. A compromise. And there you have it, folks. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. It's always good for me to read sometimes your stories, because when I read them, it really does show me that, okay, this was the story and this is what this person's gone through. Also, sometimes when you write and when you send me these comments, I do use them as stories sometimes when I create my own videos on Asnointia Audio, which is my other YouTube channel. Many people that have gone through a similar situation, heartbreak, right? Problems that you're facing. So keep that positive energy flowing and do vent, do write. Be very gentle when you do. Don't be writing and cursing and all that kind of stuff. It's always nice to just talk and then have somebody else read, and then other people also respond back. And that's one of the reasons why I have this open, so that you guys can talk to each other too. All of us here are going through the same stuff, unfortunately. And we have all been there, done that. All right. So sometimes I've seen people write their comments and then we have some really good suggestions or answers or just support. Just to let the person know that you're not alone. But it's important for you guys to let that energy out, because this is energy being released. It's being transferred from one form to another. Even if it's depressing energy or any type of stress-related energy, it doesn't turn into stress when it touches the other person, because they're not stressed, because this is not bothering them. It's just energy that's being sent. So I do recommend that you write or you talk, but somehow express yourself. And I mentioned this in another reading too. If you express yourself in a painting or some type of artwork, don't leave the art at home. Especially if it's a song, that's different. If it's poetry, that's different. But if it's an actual image that you have created, and if it's on the wall, that attracts negative energy. So let's not keep that in the home. You can either do that, donate it somewhere, just dispose of it, because for you specifically, that's going to create that negative energy, because your energy is now bound to that. One day I'll talk about that kind of stuff on my other channel too, Asnointia Audio. So on that channel, I have relationship related videos. I have videos on spiritual connections and also negative energy. So recently I have a video on negative energies, what and who they are, how we can help ourselves by how do we get rid of them? How do we avoid these things? So hopefully that'll be helpful as well for some of you if you need that. All right then, Leo. You all take care. Stay safe. I will see you guys again. Bye now.